Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Obese to Fit with Parkinson's. My name is Ryan Leniger, and today I wanted to do a project. It's just essentially scrap wood that I had left over from the miniature picnic table build that I did for Mother's Day project. And what I want to do is show you how to take this scrap wood and turn it into this. So what I'm going to do is explain to you all the different cuts that I made in this next little clip, and I'll be right back. So in this build, what we're going to need is a power drill, drill bits, to pre-drill the holes that we'll be making. We'll be using 1 1/4 inch screws, and we'll use twine and ropes so we can make handles for our baskets. In box 1, I'm going to be using 1x4, and I'm going to cut two 12-inch pieces. I'm going to measure down the side 1.5 inches, which is the width of one of the 1x2s. I'll make a 45-degree cut, and then on the 1x2s, I'm going to make 10 14-inch cuts. In box 2, I'm going to get my 1x4. I'm going to cut two 7.5-inch pieces. I'll measure down again 1.5 inches. I'll make a 45-degree cut, and then I'll have a 1x2 that I'm going to make 7 8-inch cuts. And then box 3 is going to be using my 1x4. I'm going to make two 6-inch cuts, and then my 1x2 I'm going to make 7 6-inch cuts. Alright, so just to explain the different cuts that I made. So in the first one, I just wanted to show you what I meant by going down 1.5 inches. I make my mark here on the side, and then I make a 45-degree cut going straight down. And I do that on both sides. And this here is going to be the side of the basket. So I'll have one here. So just to give you an idea what it's going to look like, I'm going to have 4 of these 1x2s on the bottom. I'll have 2 on the sides. So I'll go 1 here, and right above it I'll do another one. And then I'll do one last one across the side here. On the sides of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 2 holes. Once I've drilled those 2 holes, I'm going to put the rope in here, and I'm going to make handles for it. So I'll be able to lift up on the sides of the basket. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything assembled. And the easiest way I think to do this is I'm going to turn it upside down like this. And what I want to do is I'm going to put one on each end. I'm going to put one board, one 1x2 on each end. And then I'll center these other 2 like this. So that'll be what the bottom looks like. It's kind of hard to see, but and then I'll fasten the other 2 on the sides, 1 and 2, and I'll put the other one on the bottom, and then our basket will be complete. I'll repeat that on the other side, and then I'll drill the holes, put the handles in, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. All right, guys, so this is the finished product here. So it's a nice little basket. I made one goof up. I put the print on the outside instead of the inside, so make sure you don't do that. But I'm going to be painting it, so it'll be okay after I paint it. Shouldn't show up too much, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I'm just really excited about this, and I'm going to put my camera back on the stand so I'm not shaking so much, but hold on one moment. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the way this first one turned out. It's a nice little basket. It's got the handles. the string I cut out, it was about 14 inches, I believe it was, 14 or 15 inches. Either way, yeah, so we got little handles to hold it, and this is what the basket looks like. It's not perfect, that's okay. We're gonna enjoy it for many years to come, so. The next one I'm gonna do, all right, so the second one we're gonna do is a miniature version of the one we just completed. So we're gonna grab our smaller pieces here, the two here. I'm gonna put two 1x2 strips on the bottom for the base. Then I'm gonna put one on each side on that angle, and then one at the top here. So we have 6 pieces total that we'll be putting on the sides and the base. And then when I get those screwed in, I'm going to go ahead and drill 2 small holes on each side and put some string in there or the twine and make a little basket with that as well. One thing I did want to cover with you, is on that first build, the very first piece, I'll show you. When I went to screw it in, I already pre-drilled them, so I had drill holes here and here. But if you put too much pressure going into this, it's gonna split the wood. So I just kind of, with the trigger on that drill, I just kind of a couple times and it got the screw in. This first time I just held that trigger in and went right through the wood. So it's a learning curve. So what I'll do with this is I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'll just cut this part off that split, and then I'll keep this bottom probably 10 inches or 9 inches and probably use it for another project that I do. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this here, and I'll show you the results in just a moment. All right, guys, we got our second box done. And with these little rope or twine, I cut 14 inches. It seems to work. That might be the magic number for my little projects here, but yeah, came out good. I'm excited about it. I'll have to take the rope back out eventually because I'm gonna paint these. I need to sand them down a little bit too. They're pretty rough, but that won't take but maybe half hour or so. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Here we go. We got a little basket. All right, and on our third box, all this is it's just a rectangle cut. I didn't do any 45-degree angles or anything. The reason I didn't do it is because the wood was too small, and without having a miter saw where I can go down and cut it, I just have a skill saw. So you have to be careful because it would put your fingers very close to the blade if you tried to cut it. So I didn't feel comfortable with that. These are only 6 inches, I believe it was. And so all it is going to be a box. So I got 3 for the base. And then 2 pieces on each side. And that's it. And this is all scrap wood. So, I mean, I'll get to the price at the end of this. All right, so this is our box we made, and I made this a little longer. These, the cords or the handles, probably should do them a little longer. I did 22 inches on these, and I thought they'd be cool hanging from a hook with a flower in it. So, might be an opportunity there. I'm gonna sand it and paint it, and then I'll show you a final picture after it's painted. But before that, sometimes this, I wanted to say this real quick, sometimes this cord's hard to get through these holes. So what I used is this little drill bit to kind of feed it through a little bit, and it got, because if you pull on the end, if it gets stuck in there, the middle of the cord is gonna come out a lot farther, and the other part might get stuck in there. So it's gonna look really weird and it messes up the length of the rope. But yeah, I just use this little drill bit to force it through, kind of like this. And then I pull it out, tie my knot, and then it's good to go. So yeah, these are the products we made today. The items we made today. I used to work in retail, so sometimes I make retail references, and I apologize for that. It was just habit, and so yeah. So these are the 3 items we just built. Let me know what you think about these items in the comments section, man. I really appreciate any kind of feedback on this. It's just a fun project. Oh, the price. So I was gonna look at my receipts. Let me do that real quick. So the original build was the 2 mini picnic tables, and then I made these 3 things. I bought 2 cans of paint and some screws, and the total was, I'll say $60. So $60 for these 3 items and the 2 picnic tables. So that's pretty cool. I got a little bit of scrapwood left, actually. Not a lot. I'm out of the 2x4, the 1x4x8s. I'm out of that. So, but altogether, yeah, $60, and it got me 2 mini picnic tables and these 3 items. So I'm pretty excited. This is it. And I'll finish up with, I'll post a picture after I've sanded and painted them. Like I said, the sanding I'll probably spend about half an hour to do, and then I'll paint it. I'll have to take these out. But one other thing, my neighbor passed away yesterday, and if you could just pray for his wife, I would really appreciate that. Mr. James was a great neighbor, just a guy. He reminded me a lot of my dad. The personality and the jokes and the things that he would do. So they were married for 59 years. It just was devastating news to find out, and this video is dedicated to Mr. James. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.